Right, hello everybody, and yes, welcome to another edition of Pottyboy Plays. Now today your host Andrew, aka Pottyboy, is going to be playing Alien Hominid for the Sony PlayStation 2. This game was developed by the Behemoth. This is actually the first game they developed. And of course, if you don't know who the Behemoth are, it was basically a team that was set up by the same guys who set up the Newgrounds website, and originally this game, Alien Hominid, was actually one of the games that they did for the site, and it was basically, for those of you who've never played Alien Hominids before, it was the Flash game, that is. It was basically a tribute to the old run and gun shoot 'em ups of old games like Midnight Resistance, Contra and stuff like Metal Slug and things. It was like a very humorous, cartoony take on those games, and it actually proved to be very popular, and so popular in fact that they decided to basically make a brand new version of the game for the consoles. So they set up their own little development company, known as the Behemoth. And basically got to work on a new version of the game, and here it is. Now I was really looking. I got this one when it first came out. It was a game that I was really looking forward to, because obviously I haven't played the original Flash game, and absolutely fell in love with it. I couldn't wait for this game to come out. I remember this game actually took quite a while for it to come out over here. I think it was about a year and a half or something like that, because originally it came out. Because the Flash game came out in about 2003, I think it was, and the US release of this game came out in about 2004. We didn't get this till about, I think Europe didn't get this till about late 2005, I think. I think it's just the fact that they had some difficulty finding a publisher, but in the end Zoo Publishing decided to take it on board, and here we are. This is the European release. This is actually an ISO rip from my PAL disc. Because I actually found that, believe it or not, the PAL version works slightly better on PCX2 than the American one. Not much difference. For instance, it's just that the American one, it slows down on the menus and things, whereas for some reason the PAL version doesn't. Like I said, of course, this is done via emulation, and PCX2 isn't perfect, but it seems to run quite a few PS2 games actually. Although some do run with like some glitches and stuff, and there's a couple which don't work at all. But there will be times whereby the game will run a bit slow. So, and in this case, I think with this case of Alien Hominid, it's only during some of the cutscenes where it slows down. But in the actual, playing it in game, it doesn't slow down at all. And in fact, I did a couple of test videos, test recordings for this game, and it did slow down. It did slow down somewhat chronic when I used Fraps. So for this video, I'm having to use OBS. So there's a very, very slight drop in quality, but not much. Not a huge amount. But I find that it compresses the video better. So here we are. This is Alien Hominid, our good old-fashioned run and gun shooter. Basically, the story of the game is that basically you play as this little alien guy. He just wanted to get home in a spaceship, and when all of a sudden he flies too close to Earth, and of course the FBI are onto him, and they basically go out and blow up his spaceship out the sky. Now of course obviously they've blown up this spaceship and things, and they want to hold the caps and stuff. Of course you're going to be a bit pissed off, aren't you? So hey, on the rampage he goes. So what made me like this game in the first place? The reason why but the reason why I really love this game so much is because as most of you know, I do love my older retro classics as well. I do love my run and gun shooters as well. I do like that genre. I do like this genre. But for me, the one thing that also really stands out is just the humour in this game is spot on. Right down from the extremely cartoony visuals to just to all these crazy little things going on. I think it's probably one of the most totally bonkers games I've played in recent years. And it's just such a good. It's just such a laugh. It really is. Really is. Sometimes it could be little details in the background to make you laugh. Some things like some of the names of some of the shops here, like here you got Steakery Cakery. As you can see, it's a cake shop with a bit of steak. Very strange idea. And you got Hairy Mummy Daycare as well. There's one. I think there's one pet shop that you go by where it's like they only sell poisonous frogs and all the animals are dead. All the other animals are dead. Yeah. So and then there's things like there's some really funny moments in the game whereby it's like I think at the start of one of the early levels, basically you see the FBI picking on a little kid, and then your little alien dude comes along in a tank and fires cannonballs right in their faces, causing them to explode. It's mad as any. It's just totally mad and bonkers. And I think one of the bosses you have to fight as well is a mixture between radioactive waste and instant pudding mix. The giant monster made of instant pudding. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't get to that point in this video because it's like a couple of levels in, and I think, and the levels in this game are quite a reasonable length. They're not too short, but they're not too short, but they're not too long. You can probably get through them in about 3 or 4 minutes. Which is probably longer than some games, but overall, it's not so long that you get bored. Now, of course, the game itself is basically the game itself is split across 5 worlds. 5 worlds, each one with like 4 or 5 made up of like 4 or 5 different levels. I think for a run and gun shooter, it lasts you a good little while. Obviously, there's different as usual. There's different difficulty settings to choose and whatnot. I'm playing this on normal at the moment. I think I do find this. I wouldn't say this is a difficult game. In fact, it's quite easy really. I think some of the later stages do become a bit of a challenge, I believe. I can't remember. I have actually beaten this version of the game, but I've never actually gotten that far. It's a lot easier than the Flash game. Okay, but yeah, it's just such a fun, cool little game, and I think it's really good fun. I can imagine I don't know how much. I haven't really checked to see how much this game is worth these days. I can't imagine it being too much because it's not really that old. I mean, I'd say 2005. It's about 9 years old. But yeah, it's just a really good fun little game. And the thing is, this game came out at the time when the whole retro thing was it's not long. It hadn't been gone on for long. As such, it was it just started getting into full swing. This is around about the time when they were beginning to release like all the retro compilations and things, this made a really nice, refreshing change from all the usual like some of the modern PS2 games games like your God of War. There was even Call of Duties at the time. The good ones, shall I say? Okay, and then you came and then you get you got games like Ico and Shadow of the Cross and things, and then you just get a good little blaster like this one, and it's a lot of it really is a lot of fun. I do really enjoy this game. It's just such a riot. Right, and I actually specifically wanted to do this review for Malk. Mount 1976, because he's a big fan of run and gun shooters, but he said he'd never heard of this one, and he'd never played the original Flash game either. So I thought I'd do this. I thought I'll tell you what, since I got it running so perfectly on the PS2 emulator, I'll do a review on it, and here it is. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a game just worth checking out. I should also point out some of the extra little extra games that you get with it as well. So there's like a few little mini games you get with it. Such there's like a food eating game. There's like an 8-bit style missile game, which I can't remember what you got to do in it, but yeah, there's that as well. But the best, I think the best mini game, the best mini game that's in there is the PDA game, which is basically like a platformer consisting of like a number of levels, quite a few of them I think, and it's just basically a simple like 8-bit style platformer where you got to go around, and basically you basically got to go around and jump around on the platforms, trying to collect all the different bits of fruit, things, and destroying the bad guys to open up the exit. And it's probably one of the most addictive little mini games that I've played. And the best thing about it is that it comes with a level editor as well. So so there's infinite replayability. It's good fun. I might have to do a separate video on that. And it's just a lot of fun. Oh Christ! Yeah. This is the second stage of the first world. Hey, you're riding on cars and things, and it's fantastic. You're riding on cars. I mean, you still got to go and shoot the bad and stuff, but you got to be careful not to fall on the road. Otherwise you kill yourself. But yeah, it's just so. This game is so much fun. It's so funny as well. Like I said, the cartoon humour in the game as well is fantastic. Anyway, well, I've just lost my lives. Yeah, well, I've still got a couple of continues, but I'm going to end the review here because otherwise I'm just going to keep waffling on things. But yeah, it's fantastic. This really is a real good throwback to the 16-bit days. With a little bit of humour thrown in. I'd describe it as like Metal Slug meets South Park. Yeah, it's a great fun game. I highly recommend that you check it out. Yeah. So this is Alien Hominid for the Sony PlayStation 2. It's also on the Xbox as well, I believe. And like I said, it works. The PAL version works pretty well on the PS2 emulator. So if you've got a decent enough PC, but don't have access to a PS2 or copy of the game, give it a go. It's worth a try. This is Pottyboy over and out, and I should be back in soon with another review. In the meantime, goodbye for now.
Things like this, things like that.
It's all good in the long run.